Hi everyone, welcome to Geocache Travels.
We're not on a cache walk today. We thought you might like to see how a really cool geocache ended up at the bottom of our garden. We were watching an episode of Behind the Cache with Derek, Baker Six Clan, and he asked if anyone had an idea for a new cache.
We jumped at the chance to contact Derek.
We had a cache that referenced Sam Hunt's poems.
A smart cache would allow us to have Sam's poems read aloud to people coming to the cache.
Yeah, and we were beginning to get excited about the idea.
It was time to start the first hunt for Sam Hunt.
Sam was born here in Castor Bay. He now lives up on the Copra Harbour, north of Auckland. From his living room and deck, he has a great view out over the harbour. Let's go in. Sam and Lynn are waiting inside, and Sam is going to read some poems to us.
Okay, so shall we try a poem? Yep. This is a poem I wrote when I was 7, I think, about that age. It's called, don't know what it's called. Climb up the cliff path to the pines where through their needles salt winds blow, and far below the fish and ocean go. And down the cliff path home bring one lone Christmas tree, and by the beach let it in warm winds grow. That's my Christmas tree poem. And I'll keep going? Yes. Okay. So here's a poem about being on a train going into a tunnel. It's called We Could Just Disappear. We disappear, 10 carriages of us, a tunnel as long as tomorrow, next term, a tunnel as long as next year, as long as time. No one knows when we will come out the other end. We could go on and on and on, and on forever and never come out again. We could just disappear. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's going.
And what's now Rangituki River Song. We'll just do this straight. See how I'll just open the page just in case. Right, page 56. It's quite nice doing a few poems. Here we are. This poem here called Rangituki River Song. A man can only find himself when lost. Such country this, where all men are lonely, plateau, hawk, and river mist. Country where a man at last might lose himself, an end of talk. Find that gaunt-faced other man who stalks these ridges, plateau, river mist, and hawk, no longer keeping eye for crumbling edges, lovers, or the weather, listening rather to the river, hawk, and high plateau, river mist below. Here are 4 bow wow poems, and you don't want to lose your bow wows. Hold on to your bow wows. Number 1, you woke my mother up this morning at 6 o'clock with your barking, so she took away your barks and put them in the bow wow box. She tied you up, she took your barks away. Now all you do is smile at strangers all day. You aren't a guard dog anymore. You aren't even a dog anymore. And number 2, I don't really think I like a dog that can't bark when he likes. So all by myself this afternoon, I took the bow wow box down. It was hidden behind a lot of books. And I gave you back 11 big barks. You've run outside to use them up. I think you've woken the baby up. And 3, look, here are some simple facts. You'll find in the poetry books 1,012 poems about cats, all sorts of poems about cats, cats chasing rats, cats wearing hats, cats that simply sit on mats. But you look for bow wow poetry and it's quite a different story. Right now there are only 3, and 1 more makes 4. They often ask me why I write this bow wow poetry. I'll tell you, and I cross my heart it's true. I've got nothing else to do. Next one?
Yep.
What is the next one? Oh, Moonshine, that's a little short one. This is a poem I wrote years ago when I first moved to a place called Bottle Creek. It's called Moonshine. The lights in the farmhouses go out, the inlet is out, an iron shack on the shoreline floats its light on the water. A grandfather up Moonshine remembers the first daughter. Dreams are easy, wild horses. That's Moonshine. Okay. And the final one I've got is Chord. Page 116. I'll need the book for this because I've got so many versions of this bloody poem. That's the trouble when you go changing things. Here we are, Chord 1. Oh, I'll read this one. Yeah, and look up at you. This is the first of a group of poems that I called Chords, as in the musical term, chords. Number 1. I was carrying up the stairs, a knife in a sheath, a bottle of wine, and 2 logs. Just thought I'd make a note of it. You know, these days you can't be too careful. Good to take note and be a bit fearful. And in 70 years, say, when I'm well up in heaven, a grandkid could be asking again, what was he carrying? And you'll be able to tell them the tale to do with firewood, a knife in a sheath, a bottle of wine, the colour of blood.
Next, Derek contacted Dave for us, asking for his help with the smart cache.
We sent Dave the audio files. Let's see how he's getting on with the smart part of the cache.
Here's a video update on the Hunt for Sam hunt, geocache that I'm currently coding up on. This is the first functional level I've kind of gotten to here. So there's a lot of changes still to occur, but things are basically functioning roughly as the game will function. Bits and pieces. We've got a, it's just a speaker box with a amp in it so we can get some good volume. It does have a volume control adjustment, which is why it's convenient to use here. So we can set that in the cache. We've got an Uno in this prototype and a proto board. It can be a different art style Arduino, not a problem with that. We've got a Bluetooth, MP3 player that the Arduino talks to. There's a relay module here that cycles the door latch. Here's the door latch with the clip on it that'll be holding the door locked or open. And this odd little green board here is actually a Simon Geocache board, but it's socketed up and converted. It's convenient. It's got switches attached to it. It's got LEDs. So we're just using this as a prototyping benefit here, kind of a thing. So let's fire this up and give you a little demo.
Press the yes button now for instructions, otherwise press the play button and we'll get started.
All right, so this will be play button, yes and no, and the idea is play the poems and you say yes, it's a Sam Hunt poem, or no, it's not.
With the smart part of the cache completed, Derek could get on and build the container.
Hey Cacher, Derek here, Bake 6 Clan. We are in the new workshop and we are going to be getting our build on. Are you ready? Let's get started. Alright, so I am super excited to be in here in the workshop today. I'm so excited that it's done and I'm ready to get this build going. And really what we're going to be doing today is that we're going to be taking the smart cache components, which I've already kind of hardwired it into this component right now, already ready to go into the box itself. But I got to finish up the box that we did the designs in the last video. And so what I'm going to be doing is taking this hardwired that I've already done, and there is still some wiring to do once I put it in because I have some of the buttons and the latch has to come up through the PVC board. But this is ready to go. So let's start getting our measurements and getting those cuts ready for the components to start going in. All right, so now we've got that barrel lock in there, and that's not all that we got in there now. So when I open it up, all right, so there's the components that I've already pre-wired, and those are in here nicely. So that just looks really great. The battery's in here for the fire off the latch and all these other components. Now what I need to do is go back in, and of course I still have to put the batteries on the outside of the box, but then I also have to go ahead and wire the LEDs in place, and then also put the buttons ready to go in place here as well. So that's the next step, is I got to put the holes in here. But now that I know the placement of where my components are, it's going to make it a lot easier, and I should be able to fly through this part of it. So let's put those holes in place and get the buttons and the battery on the front, and then we'll finish up the wiring on the inside. All right, so now it's all wired, it's all together, it's all pretty. I mean, look at this. It's just such a really clean look that is on this cache. I just really do like this. Now, all I need to do is put in this last battery, and it's gonna activate. It's pretty much done, and I'll put a door on it, of course. But hey, thank you for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed this build, and I know it's gone over a whole series. So I really hope you enjoyed it, of this smart cache build for Richard. I really do appreciate it. Leave me a comment down below, let me know what you thought. But hey, don't go anywhere. Go check out another one of these videos just right over here and find the story behind the cache.
We were watching another episode of Behind the Cache, and again we got lucky.
Looking forward to my guest that I have coming on, and he's been on Behind the Cache before, and he really was one of the first ones to really show me how to make some of these caches out of PVC. Dan, the truck. Dan, welcome, and I am glad you're here, because there was quite a bit of technical difficulty there for a little bit, but I think we made it through it, but it was a lot of fun. So for those that are just meeting Dan for the first time, Dan, tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of what kind of caches that you like hiding and what you like finding.
I'm Dan, part of the Trucks crew. We're from Williamsport area in Pennsylvania, so about 30 miles north of where I live. And I've been caching since 2006. Started out with scouting and with Boys and Scouts doing it, and then we're like, hey, this was fun. We did it for a while, and then we got slowed down a little bit, and then we discovered gadget caches. We went to Geo Woodstock down in Maryland. Oh, how many years ago that was?
Yeah,
that was
I couldn't tell you.
cache. That was number 1,000 for us. So we were like really woohoo. We were cached real hard, and then we found started doing gadgets, and that's like rebirth. Gave us a rebirth.
Right.
Because now we're way over 2,000. I think we're pushing 3,000. I just passed 3,000. I'm not sure. But I like to build caches. PVC is my favorite to work with because it tends to hold up.
Now, you were mentioned earlier that you're doing a lot of 3D printing. And before we get any further on, Dan has a giveaway that we're going to be doing. And why don't you go ahead and show us what we're going to be giving away, Dan?
Let's see if we can get this here in the camera.
So it is a rainbow 3D skull cache. And that is just really cool. 3D printed skull cache. Really super sweet. And the way you're going to enter in to win this is all you have to do in the chat. And you only have to enter in once, but you go ahead and type in hashtag rainbow skull, and that'll put you into the running for this giveaway. So put that in hashtag rainbow skull. Here is I'm adding it to the stream now. So there it is, rainbow skull. If we are ready to spin it, we will see who's going to win. I got to click on the right one. All right, so here we go. You ready, Dan?
Yep.
All right, so here is spinning around. These are all the ones that have entered in hashtag rainbow skull to find out who is going to win the rainbow skull. And it is GeoRix Travels. Wow, it's going to New Zealand, man.
New Zealand, all right.
So, yeah, it's going to Rick. Man, Rick, you're going to have some really great caches from some really great creative builders and different types of stuff coming down to you. So congratulations, Rick.
Then the cache made its journey to us here in Auckland. We got excited when the courier came up our driveway. We needed a sign to go on the front with a clue to what the 4-digit combination lock is.
Well, we're just at Speedy Signs because we're getting a plaque made for the front of the cache, so we'll go in and pick it up. Okay, that's the sign. Oh, good.
That's the sign.
Thank you very much. There it is. It's going to go on the front of the cache. It was time to put the smart cache out into the wild. Good. Spot on. Okay, all screwed on to the pole. Ready to go. We'll just close this up. Keep it nice and safe. Okay, we're all ready to go.
It was time to archive our old Sam Hunt poetry cache and make way for the new one.
We're just walking up to a pathway, public right-of-way that comes down and leads down to Castaway Beach. And it's up here we have the cache. It's a poetry cache with one of Sam Hunt's poems in it, or some of them in it actually, and it never really gained much popularity, so it's quite good to be able to replace it with something far better. Okay, we're nearly at ground zero. We're just going to archive this cache to make way for the new one. So here we are. It's just tucked in here. Typical hiding place for a geocache. There it is. So it's done its job, but we have a new one going out at the bottom of our driveway. So we can take this home and use it for something else.
The problem was that the two caches would have been too close to each other, so this one had to go. And now it was time to test the cache.
We contacted Steve and Lynn to ask if they would mind being filmed, giving it a go.
And they were kind enough to agree.
Let's see them in action.
Okay, it must be just up here.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, there we go. The caching symbol. Wow, the hunt for Sam Hunt.
I love Sam Hunt.
Oh, so do I.
This is really exciting.
Okay, we've got a padlock. I guess we need to read
Okay, so I
this.
reckon that the clues are going to be...
Must be in the poem.
And here maybe.
In the text. Okay, Sam Hunt is one of New Zealand's most iconic poets. He is especially known for his public performances of poetry. His first book of poems, From Bottle Creek, was published in 1969. We're actually looking for 4 numbers.
Yeah, so my
1, 2.
theory is it's going to be one of the dates. Maybe?
So shall we try each date, or is there a common theme
Is
here?
there anything underneath? Is that a red herring?
Well, you never
It
know.
has been before.
Okay,
on
well
these things,
let's
isn't
give it a go.
Wait on, is this, is it a trick? Are there any numbers anywhere else on the post or anything like that that might also
Good thought.
be
Yeah, it could be a red herring. Okay, 1969 doesn't seem to have worked. That's it, got it.
Okay,
Right.
I'll open it.
Okay, you go.
I would open it.
What are we going to find in here?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. Got a skull here.
Built by Behind the Cache, behindthecache.com. That's really
Right.
cool. How
so
exciting
yes,
is this?
no, or play.
Well,
oh, okay. Now we need
play.
batteries.
No, wait. Oh, yeah.
Some batteries here, which
You happen to
I
bring.
happen to bring.
Oh, and there's another. Look, there's another.
There's another code
my
at the top.
goodness.
Okay, I guess we need to
Hey,
listen.
look. Look at this. Look.
And there's the skull. What does this mean? Okay, I've got the batteries in, so I guess play. Oh, no.
There's a time limit. Is there a time limit, do you think?
Welcome to the hunt for Sam Hunt. Press the yes button now for instructions, otherwise press the play button and we'll get started. When you press the play button, you will hear a poem. Press the yes button if that poem was written by Sam Hunt, or press the no button if that poem was not written by Sam Hunt. Choose carefully, as the wrong identification may penalise your progress. Good luck.
No pressure. We'll play.
Play, I think.
Alright then, let's play our game. Was this poem written by Sam Hunt?
Everything reminds me of you.
The floor of the blue-green water.
Ooh, what do you think? Shall we go?
I don't know. What happens if we go no and then it's not right?
Shall we go? We'll go for no.
We'll go for no and
it's
say,
not,
okay.
Good on you, mate. Here is your next poem.
And Hunty did that one.
Shall we try yes
I
since
don't
we started
because
with no?
I'm busy picturing him, just, you know.
I know. Shall we go for yes? I have a feeling.
Tricky.
Crikey. Are you playing or
Okay,
aren't
we'll go
you?
yes.
You are quite mistaken.
Sadly, that response will cost you a point.
Oh no, okay.
Okay.
Here is your next poem.
All right.
Strangers all day.
That's the man himself.
But is it his poem?
You aren't even a dog anymore.
Great answer.
Yep.
Yes.
Here is your next poem.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go for yes for this.
Try that.
Well done, mate.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what does that mean?
She's still got a code to put in by the looks of it.
Well done. You found Sam Hunt. Let me open this door for you.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, I opened it myself. I was
I
expecting
do hope you enjoyed the poetry.
Sure
Goodbye
did.
and happy caching.
Oh wow. I
Oh,
was honestly expecting. Can I just
Do you have a look?
Please don't forget to remove your batteries.
Look at
so
this.
the game is reset
Oh,
for
yes.
the next player.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see what we
We'll
find
do that,
about
but hang
the
on.
skull.
I was honestly expecting that we'd have to do something with that. Or
Maybe
we
there's some
still do.
maintenance.
I-
There
no,
we go.
Oh right, yeah.
There's the log.
Oh, it's a nice shiny.
Awesome.
Oh, it's a nice shiny log. Look at that. That's
Isn't
perfect.
that? Isn't that just so appropriate? What an awesome cache.
Oh my goodness.
So much
Please
fun.
don't forget to remove your batteries.
Oh, yes, we
So
shall.
the game is reset for the next player.
And it's such
Okay.
a cool art cache too.
All right.
Our thanks to Dave, Derek and Dan for joining us in this international project.
And we hope one day you'll be able to visit and join in this hunt for Sam Hunt.
Please put it on your to-do list the next time you're in Auckland, New Zealand.